January 15th, 2014. Had an interesting day at work today. We had a winter potluck gathering where everybody just kind of brings something in, and we had a couple hours off that we all just kind of sat around and had a nice lunch. And there's just tons and tons of food. I was thinking, driving around afterwards, how lucky it is to be with a company that really makes you feel comfortable and warm and welcoming. Not too many companies anymore do that. I was trying to think of the last, because all the time I did delivering and stuff, being independent and working on yourself, for yourself, you don't get those simple pleasures. But I remember PTC, when I delivered for the phone books, they had a kind of a family get-together, but this wasn't a family get-together. This was just the techs. The techs all made their own little special dishes and came in, and I filled up my plate with about 15 different types of food. Everything from homemade egg rolls to cheese, some really good cheese chips and dip. I was surprised, but that was my favorite by all means. And there's different types of meat, from ham to what was the one guy made? Some type of pork loin, but just fabulous. I actually made, I didn't, but Gordon made some cookies, homemade cookies and brownies. And of course all the brownies disappeared. I think there's only 3 left out of a whole plate of brownies. And quite a few cookies I can see were disappeared as well. But really good, kind of reminded me of when we'd go out to the Alexanders, and all the family would get together at Grandma's place there, and everybody would bring something, and we'd all, as a family, big family, get together and eat outside. I remember doing that a couple of years. Kind of reminded me of that sparked a memory there for that. Let's see, I was going to talk about something else. That's enough. I'm going to play a song, since this Beatles thing's coming up. I've been listening to a lot of Beatles music. Not only the one CD I bought, TJ, has like 27 songs on there, and surprisingly, when I went on YouTube, there's a lot of music that's not on that one. And then I remembered the album that I had there in Oklahoma when I moved up to Wilmer. Gordon went to the music store and bought the white album. And I'll talk about that different time. But the one that I remember in Oklahoma it's called the Blue. I was doing the search for album covers and went through two different pages and couldn't find it. But I remember it was Blue, so I just put the Beatles Blue album in, and then it popped up. I think it was listed their hits from 65 to 69. And the song that I picked out is Penny Lane. I really like that. Penny Lane. It's got some interesting lyrics. And there's some other ones I've seen the listing of the Blue, because that's the one that I played over and over. There's not too many, because that's the only 2 Beatles albums I ever bought. It was the Blue one, and then when I moved up to Minnesota here, it was the White album, and I'll have to look up some stats on that. But pictures. Try to find something potluck, whatever that's going to bring up, and then show the Blue album. and see if we can get something else. I try to post like three different pictures and topics and something that's on my mind, and that's it. The Blue album. Now the Penny Lane came off of when I pulled it up on YouTube. Showed Magical Mystery Tour. Because there's a Sgt. Pepper's one, and then the Magical Mystery Tour. It's been pretty close in that area. They've had quite a few albums out, but lots of songs. I remember. It's going to be good. Coming up on 50th anniversary. I can already see the advertisements popping up. One of the things, I'll talk about a different day. Give me something else to talk about. But here we go. Penny Lane. Ding.